Welcome back to Arutz Sheva, IsraelNationalRadio.com. I'm your host, Benjamin Bresky. We are on the phone with Knesset member Tzipi Hotovely of the Likud Party. So I wanted to have you on the phone to talk to you about tonight's event with the Likud Anglo Young Division. MK Hotovely, welcome to the program.
Hello.
Shalom. I know you're speaking tonight at the Likud Anglo's meeting in English, which is a unique opportunity to hear a Knesset member speak in English to young, politically minded activists who have made Aliyah from English-speaking countries.
It's essentially Likud Anglo is a group of Likud supporters with English-speaking backgrounds. So this event tonight is a kind of a new beginning, a revival of sorts for the group, and I'd just like to thank you all for coming and supporting us in this next chapter. I'd like to introduce to you a young and outstanding member of Knesset, who, as I mentioned, opposed the second settlement freeze, and has a slew of new initiatives that she's going to discuss, who was personally picked by Benjamin Netanyahu to join the Likud. I present to you member of Knesset, Tzipi Hotovely.
Good evening, everyone. It's very impressive to see young people coming out of their houses in such a very cold Jerusalem evening. So I'm going to go to you. And I must say that for me, this evening is a great opportunity to speak in front of people that, for me at least, are maybe the most ideological part of the Israeli society, because you made a strong price for living here. As opposed to me that I was born and raised here, I think you challenged your ideology and you came and made Zionism a true fact by coming and living here. And I'm very proud of the fact that I'm speaking in front of you. Just before we start, I want to get a sense of who I'm speaking to. So how many of you made Aliyah from the U.S.? Everyone. Not everyone. Another way. If there's anyone in this room that made Aliyah from a different place, then okay. Where are you from?
From France.
Germany.
Germany? Who else voted? Where are you?
England.
Australia? Okay.
Canada.
Okay, so now, I think this is our moment to start speaking about a vision. What is our vision? It's pretty clear that at the moment, there is no chance to bring the Palestinians back to the negotiating table. It doesn't pay off for them. And when we see the bad experiment we had with Gaza, with the disengagement, when we see how Gaza has become a little terror state, and no one would like to see the same thing happening in Judea and Samaria, I think that at the moment, Israel must start being on the side that is taking initiative, not just being, told what to do from the big brother in the U.S. Not just by, we're at the moment forced to speak about borders. The meaning of the fact that we're forced to speak about borders is very clear. Once they will have borders, the easy way to the UN will be so clear, because at the moment they can't declare on a Palestinian state because they're saying the world can say this is a unilateral declaration. You don't have the agreement of the Israeli side. But once they will have agreement of the Israeli side on, I would say, agrees is the place where it's the end of the game and they can go to the UN and get declared on in a unilateral way on Palestinian state. And I think that if the people in this room really care about the idea that there won't be a Palestinian state on the Israeli land, and I think for me this is the first goal. It's not just about building few more houses in nice places like Eli and Ofra and Bet-El. This is not a story. The story is about whether this country, this state, this land should be divided, whether this country is owned by two nations or this country is owned by the Jewish people. And for me, it's very clear that the Israeli land should be only for the Jews. We can have citizens that are coming from different places, but this is the only Jewish homeland. I think all our problems are caused from the fact we are not using the right terminology when we're speaking about our rights. For many years, the conflict between the Palestinians and the Israelis would have sounded like this. The Palestinians are saying, this is our land, you stole it. And the Israelis would have said, well, you know, it's hurting my security to give you those areas. Now, if you're a thief, you're still a thief, excuse me. I mean, get out of my land if this is not your land. The only way to stand in front of such an argument that is speaking about a right to have on a certain territory is not by saying, you're right, this is your territory, I came here by coincidence, please excuse me for being here because this is more comfortable for my security. This is the way the Israeli arguments sound for many years. And I think it's about time for us to realize that if their arguments are strong and speaking on a right and on belonging to this land, we can't anymore use it just security. Security is not good enough. This is what you're saying.